Hello and welcome to Ricoh GR 101, episode number 2, formatting and resetting the camera. Let's say we're going to be making videos on this series of videos called Ricoh GR 101, and the videos are all aimed at Ricoh GR3 and GR3X owners, and it doesn't matter which edition you've got: diary edition, street edition, urban edition, or the standard plain black vanilla version. The internals of the camera are all the same. We just need to be on the same firmware version, and we're good to go. So let's go in and imagine now, for the next video, when we start creating custom settings, we're going to need to be on like a newly set up camera. You don't have to be, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in and I'm going to reset everything on this camera. So I'm going to switch it on by just pressing the playback button there. I don't need to extend the lens. I'm going to have the camera face down like this, and I'm going to go into the menu. It says no image. I've just formatted the card, so there are no images on the camera now. Into the menu, and the menu is made up of these 3 layers. So you've got these icons out on the side here. You've got a camera icon at the top, and then you've got a movie icon there, playback icon, C for customize, and the wrench icon for the setup. So I'm going to go into the 11th page of the setup menu there. You can see when we use this dial, this is like up, down, left, right, and moving from the wrench icon 1 step to the right, we end up on one of the pages of the setup menu. There are 11 pages of the setup menu. It's quite an extensive menu when you consider only 3 pages on the playback menu, but just gives you an idea that a lot of things you can do with this camera during settings and customization. So 11th page of the wrench icon, you get to reset right down there. It's the very last item on the camera, which makes sense. If you've just bought a new camera, you just unpacked it, you're going to go through the initial setup and change the language settings and do your date and time adjustment and things like that. We are just going to do, on this used Ricoh GR3, we're going to reset everything. So I'm going to press OK to that, and it says, right, we're going to reset these items. Now you can go further into the menu and, sorry, just go back up there. You can go further into that menu and select which items. This one down here tells you that if you press the ADJ, the adjustment jog wheel there, if you press that in like a button, then you can check and uncheck the various items. I'm going to reset and delete everything. Okay, so I'm going to say OK. Oh, and it's a touch screen, remember, so I can just hit OK there, and then I'm going to go down and select execute reset, and it's asking me to confirm that, execute reset, and then OK. Data process completed. It has now reset all the settings. So that's that done. Now, has it done everything? If I go into the custom menu there, so out until the wrench icon is illuminated, and then go up to the C menu there, let's just see. If I go into page 1 user mode and then go down to recall, there are some settings you can save on a Ricoh camera in 6 different memory locations called boxes. Now these boxes can then be assigned to these 3 buttons. So you can create 6 favorite setups and then assign 3 of them to user 1, 2, and 3 if you want to. Now I'm going to go in and press recall here, because recall will show me if there is anything still set under those settings. We're going to say OK to that, and I can see here I've still got mono AP. So why wasn't that deleted when I hit the master reset button? I don't know. It's a quirk with the Ricoh GR. It doesn't delete these. Now I want to get rid of everything, so I'm going to say 1 step back. I can hit the menu button here now. This gives you a little hint down here. Menu goes back 1. We go back out, and then I can come down to delete settings there, press OK, and then let's just go back 1 there. I want to go up to that one there. It says mono app, and I'm going to delete that. And I'm going to show you how to create all of these later. Don't worry about that. But now I'm going to delete that. So I'm going to say OK. It says delete settings on the main title there, and I'm going to delete those settings that are saved under box 1 mono app there. You might have a camera, if you bought a used Ricoh GR 3 or 3X, you might have a camera with lots of different settings saved under that menu. I've just got the one left, and I'm going to get rid of that now. It says OK, process completed. It goes back. Box 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No longer have any settings, but it does still tell me which of the buttons they are assigned to. And you can change all of these features. So that's how to get the camera completely reset back to almost factory setup. Okay. Another thing I like to do, if I've just put a new card in, if I go to page 1 of the setup menu, and I can either scroll all the way up like that, or I can just let it roll round, go from 11 straight to 1. There, format, hit OK there. You'll notice here we got the option of formatting the memory card or the internal memory. Ricoh GRs have 2 GB of internal memory. Smart. If you ever forget your memory cards, you can still take about 100 shots in JPEG or about 40 shots in RAW. Fantastic. What a great little camera. Okay, I'm going to format the memory card now, so I say OK to that, and again I'm going to hit execute, and then OK. Come on. There you go. So that's the card formatted. Okay, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to delete everything in the internal memory now. Hit OK. And you notice I can press OK over here on the button or on the screen because this is a touch screen. I'm going to hit OK. Ooh. Up to execute again. Hit OK. Format the internal memory. That's that done. Last thing I'm going to do in this video is go and check the firmware version, just to make sure we're all on the same page. And down in the description field under the video, I will link you to 2 videos where I demonstrate how to update the firmware on a Ricoh GR and a GR3. So let's check out which firmware version I have. I believe it's on the very last page. So we go wrench icon all the way down to page 11. And you can see the first item on page 11 is firmware info there. And I've got a Ricoh GR3 running firmware version 1.71. Ricoh update firmware versions quite often compared to other cameras. I've had Sony cameras that have never been updated in the 5, 6, 7 years they've been on the market. Ricoh do it a lot. When they come out with a new edition, like an urban edition, diary edition, street edition, if there are any new features added to those cameras, because the internals are exactly the same as the Ricoh GR3 and the Ricoh GR3X, new features added to new versions that are basically cosmetic updates, those features do get released for the latest those latest features do get released for the original GR3 and the GR3X. So 171, you can Google that on the internet to see if there is a newer version. At the time of recording this video, that is the version to get, 1.71 in July 2023. Okay, that is how you reset a camera. And then in the next few videos, we're going to start looking at customizing it to make it a great shooting experience. So bye for now. See you in the next video. Bye bye.